Welcome to Camlock Fittings Online. This is another of our informative technical guides to Camlock Fittings. Today we're going to talk about and show you how to correctly measure and identify Camlock fittings. Before we get into actually showing you how to measure and what you need to be able to do so, let's just explain the single biggest problem we come across with our customers when they come to identifying Camlock fittings. Now, when Camlock fittings are made, if they're made correctly into international standard, they should all be labelled. So if you see here, it says E200 316. So that means it's a Part E 2-inch 316 stainless steel. However, over time, and if you're using it in dirty environments, for example, that information can get rubbed off. So when it comes to replacement, what you tend to find is customers will have the hose tail, which is the bottom part here. That'll obviously be in a hose. So all they've got to work on is this part here. Now, as you said, you can see from this is 2-inch. And we've chosen 2-inch specifically for this video because what people tend to do, most people, you probably use a ruler. I'm, I guess, lucky enough that I've got a vernier caliper here, which I'll just change the settings to put that into inches. So for those who don't know, you just move this along and it allows you to accurately measure what you're looking at. So you can see there, okay, I've done it fairly loosely, but the head, or the adapter head, ceiling face, actually measures nearly 2.5 inches. So time and time again, we get customers contacting us saying, all right, I've measured my cam, it's 2.5 inches, can I have a 2.5 inch cam? We send it out, and then what they find is the fitting is too big to go into their application. Now, why is that the case? Now, the reason being is that the Camlock fittings dimensions are based on the size of the hose. So the hose you would use with this fitting, the 2-inch fitting, is a 2-inch hose. So the internal diameter of the hose would be just short of 2 inches. So therefore, this hose tail, if I'm correct, should match up to in and around the 2-inch mark. Okay, and you can see there, it does. Okay, so that's around about 2 inches. So this is why they talk about nominal dimensions and sizes. So even though the adapter head is 2.5 inches, the actual hose tail, which goes into the hose, is 2 inches. So this is where the reading or the sizing is really coming from. So therefore, if we've only got the adapter head or coupler head to measure, how do we work out what we need? Now I'm going to move on to the whole point of this video, which is to show you how to measure Camlock correctly. So, 3 things we need. Obviously, Camlock would be one, some sort of measuring device. To be honest, I'm using a vernier caliper here, just so it gives you a visual demonstration easy on the camera. To be honest, the ruler would do just as good job because we're looking for an indication of the size and assessing what it matches up to. That becomes more clear when I just bring this forward, because the final part that you need, which if you don't have access to these, please send us an email and we can send you a copy, is the dimensional tables, which come from the international standard. So you can see our tables here. These ones are in inches again. For the male adapters, it gives you the drawing, which shows you the various dimension labels. So the one we're going to be focusing on for identification is dimension B, which is the outside of the adapter head. And then we're going to come across the column here, look down column B for the adapter head dimensions. And obviously, whilst we know it's 2-inch, we should be able to come out with a measurement of about 2.479. So let's do that now. So we take the Camlock adapter head. Okay, and we're just going to expand the caliper so it's wider and then come in. Okay, You can see there from the results here, slightly moved as moving forward, but 2481 is close enough that we can reliably say this is 2-inch, because if I bring you back to the dimension sheet, you can see there's nothing particularly close to that dimension, so therefore it has to be a 2-inch. Okay, that's the adapter. Okay, that's how you measure cam locks. As I say, contact us if you need dimension tables, because they are quite important, so you've got a reference point. If there's any further questions, any other issues you want us to have a look at in regards to cam locks, please do get in touch.